Hey, and my special guest today is Tagg Timm, who is president of, is it the Fairfax Beekeepers Association,
Yes,
Tagg?
it is. Yes, it is.
Yes, and he's going to share with us some interesting info about some awards that he won. And, we'll try and get some other interesting information out of him about beekeeping and honey and thanks so much for being with us today, Tag. So tell us about the awards that I know you had told me there were four awards.
Actually, the Virginia State Fair has a competition where they have, I believe there's 14 different categories that you can enter their honey categories. A lot
Yes,
of people, when they think of honey, they just think of the sweet golden liquid that we all enjoy on our morning toast or cereal.
yes, yes.
Um, but there's a lot more to it than that. For
Uh-huh.
beekeepers, honey can be honey in the liquid form, which is called extracted honey. It can be
Yes.
honey in the form of comb, which
Uh-huh.
is the kind that we all love to when we get a little piece of cut comb that we can chew on and chew on the wax. There's several categories of doing cut comb, and then also in the honey category is the wax associated with the processing of honey and how we use that wax and reprocess it so that we can use it to make things like candles or different molds or things. So all those categories are judged, and they have professional judges that actually judge at the state fair level. And you can
Well,
imagine Virginia is not a small state, so there's
no,
uh,
big.
quite a few beekeepers that enter in this competition. And Fairfax Beekeepers is really proud that four of our members, including myself, either won or placed in the competition. So we had myself and one other member. His name is Nate.
Uh-huh.
Um, He's the former president of the Fairfax Beekeepers. We both actually got a blue ribbon, which is first place, and mine
Wow.
was for extracted dark honey, meaning that mine was the best extracted dark honey in Virginia for the year.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
and Nate, he got first place in the display of the amber or dark chunk comb inside of the glass jar with honey in it. So
Yes.
this display of honey with comb also took a first place. So we won in those two categories. So a small organization like Fairfax Beekeepers to take two first place out of 14, that's a big deal for the.
It is. That's amazing. That's wonderful. That I know we were really impressed when the press release came across to us. So was really impressed by that, and that's why we wanted to have someone on. So, and I know you told me you're also the owner of, is it called TTBs?
TT's Bees, yep.
TT's
TT
Bees.
for Tagg Timm, so it's TT's Bees. And
TT's is bees.
yeah, we're in Centerville, Virginia, which is part of Fairfax County. So, and we're providing all the people in this area with fresh, local, raw, unfiltered honey. And probably about 70 to 75% of the people that get honey from us are doing it to help them with problems with allergies.
I was,
So,
do you know that that was just in my mind because I know I have allergies and I've been told by many people that the best way to keep your allergies at bay is to have local honey. So,
absolutely. I can tell you that before I became a beekeeper, and I'm a
uh-huh.
beekeeper also with my youngest daughter who started beekeeping when she was 12.
Oh,
We do this together,
uh-huh.
and it's a good thing for a father and daughter to do together.
Uh-huh.
And before I started beekeeping, my wife had very bad allergies in spring and early summer, and it
Yes.
would cost a mint for the Allegra and Zyrtex and
Yes.
Claritin and all those allergy medicines. And the second year of beekeeping, about June, my wife come to me and she said, I haven't taken any allergy medicine yet this year. And she used to take it from the end of March daily.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
yeah, and before being a beekeeper, I didn't believe in the properties of the allergens of honey. But yeah, the little exposure to the pollens that's in local honey And it's very important that it's local honey that you're using,
Right.
because if you use the local honey, the bees are gathering the pollens and the nectars from the plants that are causing your allergies where you live.
Yes.
If I were to get it from Southern Virginia and use it in Northern Virginia, the plants are different there.
Right. So it wouldn't be of any use. So, oh, that's, yeah, I've been told that. So apparently I know that by many people, I've been told that. So I know that's very valid. And that's a simple, great way to avoid, those spring, summer allergies. So tell me a little, like, what kind of honey do you produce? I know you said something about amber, the amber color honey.
Right. So what we do is several beekeepers that typically a beekeeper that has one or two hives in their backyard, they're getting honey just for themselves and their families. They'll extract honey at the end of the nectar flow season. So sometime in July they'll extract their honey, and it's a mixture of everything. But
Uh-huh.
what we do is we specialize in varietal honeys, and we try to follow the major nectar flows throughout the season. So
Uh-huh.
we know that at the middle of March to the end of March, that time frame, the nectar will begin flowing for oak trees and maple trees and dandelions and daffodils, and all those things are the ones that cause those early season allergies. So we
Yes.
that nectar flow, and as the blooms start to fade, we know that it's going to be time to extract the honey so that we get that specific honey. And it's a very light yellow colored honey, and it's very floral in flavor. And but it's really good benefit for people to start taking, say, the beginning of February. If they take a teaspoon every day at the beginning of February, by the time that the next nectar flow happens, they won't have such a big problem with it because they'll have built up some internal immunities.
Oh,
So then after that, we'll follow it up with um, a autumn olive. That's a very invasive bush in the state of Virginia. If you drive alongside the highway, you'll see these bushes blowing in the wind, and they have a silvery color to them.
mm-hmm.
Those are autumn olive bushes, and they make little red berries. But before they make the berries, they have the bloom and a nectar flow, and it makes this super floral, super flavorful, darker yellow honey that it's my favorite of all of them. And it's very popular with people
Oh,
because of the taste. Then after that, we'll go to the black locust trees in this area will go into bloom, and they produce a honey that's a little lighter on the floral, but has a really uh, deep body to it. After you've swallowed it, you get this really deep flavor to it, and that's a darker yellow yet. And then we start sliding into more of a light amber color as the season comes. The next one that flows would be the tulip poplar, a big tree with big yellow flowers.
right.
And that'll be a really creamy and a super flavorful honey, and it's one of our most popular. Then after that, we go to Wildflower, and from Wildflower, we'll move on to the one that won us first place, which is Tree of Heaven. And Tree of Heaven is an invasive species tree in
Right.
Virginia. It's the tree that it attracts the spotted lanternfly.
Oh, yes. I thought that they're all over. Yes, yes. I've heard of those. Uh-huh.
But that one, instead of making a floral honey, it's an earthy honey. So it doesn't have all that floral flavor. It has a very earthy flavor to it. And it's very popular with people. They love it. And evidently the judges loved it too.
Oh, wow. That's great. Yeah, if you want a prize for that, that's wonderful. So then the different types of honey, since they're local, it depends on the time of year that they are produced, right? Depending
Correct.
on what the bees are making the honey from.
Correct.
That's
Now
wonderful.
there are some honeys that that are made from flowers in the later fall. Well,
Uh-huh.
since we live in a suburban area,
Right.
so my bees don't go out and get the goldenrod honeys or things like that that are the fall, because there's not enough farmers' fields around us in order to get that. So, but those tend to be the more strong, less palatable types of honeys anyhow. So the really good ones we get We start collecting towards the end of March and we finish by the end of July.
I see. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, much success to you. So you are, people can, I think they can go online to find if they want to get information on the Fairfax Beekeepers Association.
They can go to www.fairfaxbees.org, and
Uh-huh.
that's their website. And
Yes.
they can go there to find out more about beekeeping. They can go out on there to try and find a local beekeeper close to them, maybe to purchase some honey. And they can also go there if they happen to see a swarm of bees that might take up residence in one of their trees or on the side of their house or something, to report it so that we can send a beekeeper out there to gather them up and give them a home so that they don't get killed.
Oh, that's great. That's great to hear because I've had trouble with that. I did actually a few years back was so hard finding someone, to take bees that had set up residence in a part of my residence. So it's nice to hear that you guys do that. That's great. So, and also if people want to explore your honey, because you're making me hungry, I can just see that honey dripping onto a piece of toast or my tea. So tell people where they can find your company TTBs.
PTSBs. So we do have a website. It's still being built and I'm adding to it all the time, but
Uh-huh,
it's www.tts, so TTSBEES
uh-huh,
dot ZZ. So
uh-huh,
TTSBs.buzz. And they can go on there, or if they're on Facebook, they can follow TT apostrophe SBs. So
uh-huh.
TTSBs. And we always post when we have a fresh extraction or we have a new product that's available. So our clients all know that as soon as it becomes available, it's first come, first serve, and when it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's, how fresh local things are. That's great. Well, so thank you so much for being here and much success with everything. And when the next round of awards, please let us know. I'm sure you guys will be winning more awards, so just let us know. We'll have you on again. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year and all that as well. And great. That's great. Thank you so much again, Tagg. Thanks for
Yes,
being here.
this has been a great experience.
You're welcome.